fresh in the flesh, baby.
Funky fresh in the flesh, baby, and you gotta get with it.
Funky fresh in the flesh.
Funky fresh in the flesh, you know what it is.
Right now, you tuned in to Funky Fresh in the motherfucking flesh podcast, nigga. Funky Fresh in the Flesh podcast.
Also, Funky Fresh in the Flesh podcast.
Funky Fresh in the flesh, you know. Hey, yo, Funky Fresh in the flesh. That's Funky Fresh in the flesh. You heard? Whoopsie.
Big shout out to Funky Fresh in the Flesh. Funky Fresh in the Flesh.
What up, though? This B-Boy Reg.
I'm DJ Butter, y'all. We
DJ
Funky
Butter,
Fresh in the flesh. We back.
What's going on? Mr. Diplomat just
2026.
jumped in.
Yeah.
What's up, brother? You all right?
No, it was good. It was
Right
good.
on time.
How
What's
y'all
up?
brothers feeling today?
Well, we good, man. I'm good, chilling, no
Yeah.
snow, wearing t-shirts.
Oh, cut it out. It is negative 4 degrees here.
Man,
It's like 12. It's like 10 degrees, 9 degrees. It's cold, man.
Yeah, it got up to 16. We felt like a heat wave.
Boy, it's brick. It's super brick out here, boy.
they real nanny go weather, huh?
Yeah.
You know how you be in the cold and you touch somebody's crib and this crib made out of brick and the brick is cold.
Yeah.
It's that cold.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's going on in the world with y'all right now? What y'all got y'all eye on and y'all ear to?
Man, you think Lou Nell really will? I'll be sure.
Hey. hey.
Possible.
Hey, you see the man, her young pictures, man. The pictures are coming up, man. She was a stallion, man. For real, bro.
He ain't no telling. He probably knew her from back then. You still had them images in your mind from like the chicks from high school that was bad. In your mind, you still see them that way. So ain't no telling what was going on with him,
Right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna knock it though. It might, I don't know. Beauty's only skin deep, people say. So
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Lou Nell.
Man. Oh,
she be talking freaky and she
Yeah,
funny.
I know. I think she got an OnlyFans account too, I think.
I remember she was in that movie E40, Be Legit, Brian Hooks,
Yeah.
And basically she played a a regular, lady or whatever, and she was, she'll call up, Brian Hooks and be like, "Oh, somebody breaking in your house." with a big fat garbage bag.
That's funny.
Wow.
Yeah, don't get caught. Snoop had a little part in it too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's funny you brought up Brian Hooks. He used to be in all the little hood movies.
he coming back. Yeah, he coming back.
He going on tour, so
Yeah.
Okay.
you follow his Instagram page. You know what I'm saying, Brian Hooks. And he about to go on tour. He about to do a whole 20 city tour, or maybe even more. So
Yeah, that's dope.
Brian Hooks still working. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Still
dope. Speaking of comedy, though, y'all see T.I stand up?
I seen some of it. It's so wild. They altered the shit on the internet. They took the crowd cheering out and shit. Like when I seen that, I'm like, damn, they super hating. But I seen it's advertised on his website. Y'all go check out his comedy joint. It's dope to see how talented he is, bro. Like
yeah. Some of his jokes was hitting. I mean, they was funny. It just being a comedian, you know, they always
That's
talk
for
about
sure.
his timing
Yeah,
and working on your material, like really working on the craft. So I
yeah,
don't think he was like, I don't think he was a dud, like it was just stale jokes or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the time and the stage presence, and you coming from rapping where everybody know your lyrics before they come to your show
Yeah,
versus being stand up as a comedian. These their first time hearing the jokes, so they gotta hit. They gotta hit hard. You don't have a second chance. They ain't get to hear the recording before you got there. None of that.
Right.
you know, his sons is super talented too with all that singing and rapping and
The
Buddy Lee and Damani and
money,
King,
yeah,
you know, they
yeah,
dope too, man. I can see them all doing a show like a tour, you know, with them opening up for they dad and he do a couple of jokes and then do that would be kind of major, you know.
You know?
yeah. Yeah.
But his new song slapped though. The
Yeah, for real.
Shout out to Pharrell. Shout out to Pharrell, man. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Hey, what he say
Hey,
in his joke, man? He said, me and my son been having problems ever since he walked in on me and his mom. We been banging.
he he was like, "Be careful naming your son King." So you gonna
That
really
was
believe
hilarious.
that? Yeah, that was funny.
That's hilarious,
Uh,
man. Hey,
hey, hey, everybody was saying how he cut his dreads off and stuff, but it was
he
like,
back.
Yeah.
yeah,
He,
you think
I
you
think he
think
going I me personally,
uh
the king never he never stopped. You know what I'm saying? Doing what he doing. He just went different avenues.
right.
Expeditious. Expeditious. He went different avenues, you know what I'm saying? And then now he feels that, you know what I'm saying, it's time. It's
Yeah,
been to me, it's been time. But he cut the dreads off, he like got the
yeah.
hat on a whole different way. You know, it's the king.
Then bring that nostalgia back.
Yeah, you know, it's
Easy.
time.
Easy just cut his dreads off, man. He just left a ducktail in the back.
You
You
said
Who
know,
you
who?
said Peasy?
yeah,
Easy.
Oh
please.
yeah, that's dope.
He cut his dreads off. Instead, got tired of him. He just got a ducktail in the back now.
Cause you know, I think he gonna grow them. He gonna grow them out again. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes they go for different looks to see what type of looks it work out for them. Same way
Yeah,
for Nori. You know what I'm saying? Nori went bald head. Now he got hair. You know what I'm saying? So,
The antennas. Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
same way with payroll. Payroll, he had braids before, then he cut it off, then he let his hair grow again. Now he got braids all over again. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's just a certain phase where you just like, I'm gonna cut this shit off, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
you go through them stages in life too. Sometimes you just be like, man, I'm tired of trying to get lined up, looking clean. You just want to have a little grimy look a little
look,
bit.
look, Larry June. Larry June had the beard
Yep,
for a minute. What'd he just do?
yep.
He
I
got a
mean, we
goatee.
seen it. Remember Method Man and Red Man, both of them had, you know what I'm saying? Method had the big wild fro, then he cut it nice, clean cut. Everybody
Yeah,
go through their little stages.
mhm.
You know?
Yeah,
Hey,
it's just
yo, 6 Mile Globetrotter, man. Talk about you
he
know
said, "Go."
what you been doing, bro. You've been getting the world, a part of the movement, man. Talk about, your moments at Master Pill, the meet and greet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it was lit, man. First day, I went De La Soul. De La Soul was there, and the line was wrapped around the corner. You know, so I got there. I got there at 3:30, and I didn't get to towards the door to 6, a
Damn.
little after 6. So it was so crazy out there, man, and people, so many people was out there snapping photos. You know what I'm saying? Just it was just people that just showing love or whatever, um and the way they did the Legends had it, you know what I'm saying? It's like they had it like a little museum. So when you come in, you see all the merchandise that they selling, you know, the vinyls, the CDs, the tapes. You seen the Ghostface cereal, you know, you seen the Nas Illmatic leather jackets, you know what I'm saying? You seen the Big L t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? You seen um Mob Deep, you seen they, you know what I'm saying, they just, you know, they was on point, and the art, the whole art, you know what I'm saying, the demographics of it was just, you know, from Slick Rick, everybody had their own, you know, memory of, you know, where they was at before they made it to stardom. So, you know what I'm saying, Slick Rick had the throne and he had the crown and everything. He was like royalty, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you seen you know, the Big L, you know what I'm saying, right after, you know, the Harlem Deli, they did like the Harlem, you know, bodega right outside and had the
Yeah,
payphone,
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying, did the demographics on of, you know, because all of them had their own little, you know, their own journey. And it was nice in there, man. Shout out to Maceo, man. You know what I'm saying? He had, you know what I'm saying, I gave him DJ Butter and the art, you know, the Art of Rock Climbing vinyl. I you know what I'm saying, it was yeah, he showed love, you know what I'm saying? They was cool. Shout out to De La Soul, man. Shout out to Plug, shout out to everybody. I then the next time I seen Conway. Um Conway, yeah. Conway, he was cool, he was down to earth, you know what I'm saying? He showed love and everything like that. And, you know, I guess with Conway, he was happy that people, you know what I'm saying, came to support, you know what I'm saying, to see him at the meet and greet. So,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, that was cool. Shout out to Nims, shout out to Jeff Hamilton. They came on the same day. Um Nims, you know, Nims, he was there, you know what I'm saying? He was, you know, showing love and everything like that. Jeff Hamilton came in. Man, Jeff Hamilton, he's the man of the jackets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just the quality is just so upscale and everything. You
we
know what I'm
gonna
saying?
get some, man.
When you touch the quality of the Jeff Hamilton jackets, it's just, you know, whatever, however you want it. You want it in leather, you want it in wool, you want it in suede, however you want it.
Hey,
You
boy,
know, Jeff Hamilton, he started out at Guess Jeans, and he went from that to where he's at now. You know what I'm saying? That's how he knows about the fabrics and, you know, this the high quality of stitching and, you know, embroidery. You know what I'm saying? He has it. You know, so, and to still be in the game from over, let's see, Diplomats basically put it on the map. You know what I'm saying? Them Jeff Hamilton jackets.
mm,
When Dipset put it on the map, you just start seeing everybody else just rocking them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Everybody.
everything,
Yeah. So yeah,
Hey,
shout out
speaking of Dipset, because you know, everybody they be having their little their brotherly spats and stuff like that. Y'all ever notice they still be rocking their Dipset gear, regardless? It's like they still repping the team. You know what I'm saying? So, like
yeah,
from the outside looking in, if you're not paying attention, they're still, you know what I'm saying? They still representing Dipset.
yeah. I mean, you know, when you it goes back to rights and licensing and things like that. So all of them, if they want to go ahead and they want to make Dipset apparel, Dipset give Jim want to do it, he can. If Joel's want to
Right.
do it, he can. Killer is really, you know what I'm saying, is his company. So it's like, you know, but all of them, they got, I guess they got the rights and they got stocks within it. so they can
Right.
always use that logo because it's an iconic logo. So they always can use it for whatever they want to do.
Right.
You know, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I just think that's like you know how you have like some real brothers, like blood brothers, right? And they
hmm
might be into it, but they still representing the family name. That's
hmm
how I view it. Like they might be into it or whatever, but they still representing the Dipset brand and the family as a whole. You know, nobody abandoned it. Like I ain't this, I ain't that no more. So I admire that about them.
yeah. It's just and they can always use it to you know to come with something. Like I just seen the Let's Rap About It um podcast, and Jim just gave everybody the new Dipset shades with the.
Yeah.
Remember the first ones had it was the gold eagle. Now
Yeah.
he got the ones they got the silver eagles now.
Oh, that's dope.
Sweet.
So
So you ran into what damn producer at Mass Appeal down there too, right?
oh yeah, shout out to my man Skit. Shout out to my
Yeah,
man. Shout out to my man
yeah,
Pierre. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Pierre
yeah,
Park.
yeah. Okay.
God, 100.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Say De La Soul, they mean a lot to Detroit, man. They used to rock the Maurice Malone clothing line in their videos back in the days, and Break of Dawn videos, and Stakes is High. You know, we
mm,
used to sit back and just look for that. You know, they Jesus was Black T-shirts and stuff like that. You know, when
yeah.
Dilla was producing, you know, a lot for him back
You
then. You
know that night, I mean on that day, and it was just crazy. It's like everybody was up in there. Everybody they wanted the vinyl sign. They and then everybody, man. This one guy brought like like 8 to 10 different vinyl. He wanted all of them signed.
know.
Man, that boy.
What
They,
you seen a premiere down there, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to Premier,
yeah,
Primo, 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 man. He was there, man. When I gave him the auto rock climbing, he looked at it, he flipped it on the first side, he flipped it on the back side, he looked at it up and down, he took it, and slid it right in his bag. I'm like,
yeah.
my God, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out the Primo, man. You know what I'm saying?
Premiere,
Shout
Gangstar,
out all day.
Kobe James.
Dope.
Yes.
Dope.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, they show love. A lot of I was seeing the same people that was coming back the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, bro, as soon as another pop up the next day, I come back the next day, I still see the same person the next day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I think it was definitely was a good thing that Nas, you know what I'm saying, basically did that, you know what I'm saying, to have his own, so Mass Appeal to have their own hip hop shop, you know what I'm saying, and everybody it was definitely some for them, you know what I'm saying, to look into, to everybody was interacting, you know what I'm saying, it was chilled out, it was peaceful, you know what I'm saying, so
You
Yeah,
was down there. Go ahead.
what was like the age group out there? I know because we mentioned the artists, but like was it a lot of younger people there as well? Mostly
no,
like true fans that grew up with that era.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it like I could say from me, I could say from like you have had people that was like 50-year olds, you know what I'm saying, even
Right.
a little bit older than that. So to maybe like the 40s.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm
And the
saying?
reason I asked that,
You might have like maybe like late 30s, maybe like
okay.
late 30s all the way to like this, 60-year-old guys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
The reason I ask that is because, like, a lot of times the older dudes, when you talk to them about like music or still performing or doing shows, some of them had a perception that our generation won't come outside no more. You know what I'm saying? To show up for stuff like that and support it. And I'm like, we out here because if anything, we the generation that don't really want to see everything on the internet. We still want to interact
Right.
with the artists and see them live in person and all of that. It's cool to see somebody on YouTube, but it's better to see them perform in person.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
yeah. I mean, just even if you basically of getting a chance to, what I'm saying, see that person and you see him again, it was the same way. Even for G Herbo, it's like I seen G Herbo 3 times. First
Right.
time, I seen him in Detroit at the shelter. Second time, you know what I'm saying, me and Butter, we seen him. That was down to ATL. The third time I seen him was at Rough Trade in New York City. You know what I'm saying, Rockefeller Plaza. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he's
Yeah.
definitely familiar. That's when you constantly see a person now, it's like the love is like, I bet, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
Yeah, we was at St. Andrews, man. We was like, and they let the club open for us, man. It was like we was the first ones there. He hopped out with a bunch of young hitters with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out of a was it almost a bus, wasn't it?
I think it was like a sprint. I think it was like a sprinter van or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a sprinter van or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
just
then
see it go from there.
yeah, then that's when we seen him the next time in ATL. You know what I'm saying? He was performing at the Spinrilla event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then when I seen him out here, Mikey was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" He shook my hand and everything, like, "Hey, how you been?" And you know what I'm saying, Herb, he dapped me up and everything, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gave me a hug and everything, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess the more you interact or they see you, I guess the love will start being a little bit more genuine, for certain artists. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
basically it, yeah.
I
And
want to ask y'all, what's y'all opinion on J. Cole and the music he putting out now?
it's like a lot of people they have a problem. They have a problem with it. I don't know why, but I mean, it's Cole.
I
It's J.
just
Cole, you
I
know what I'm
just
Yeah.
saying?
heard somebody, man, they playing them on the radio down here. I heard somebody in the car blasting J. Cole. I think I mean it's crazy they wanted to see that battle happen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Instead of good music being made in hip hop. But that's just how it go, man. I like the fact that he got DJ Clue back out here too. That's dope too. To
Yeah.
see how
Yeah.
he promoted Clue and
I don't.
rapping over those beats.
Yeah, because I guess to me, I can just say that J. Cole, he's still keeping the essence going, regardless of the fact, yeah, he might have threw shots at people, but you know what I'm saying? How many of them that don't shoot shots at each other?
Right. So you think him backing out of the battle just kind of hurt part of his legacy? Because a lot of people opinionated and they like, man, I don't look at him the same way. And I'm like, he's still dope just because he didn't want to engage in that. And that would have changed the dynamic of the battle. I think to have all three of them stay, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. It would have been fun to watch, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, the wrestling match is better when it's just two people. versus the Rumble Royal because you can't watch it all, you know. So
Right. You're right about that, but I don't see nothing wrong with it because you know what I'm saying. He's still keeping it hip hop regardless. You know
Yeah,
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I like to hear refreshing hip hop still. Not just so much the up tempo stuff all the time. Slow it down,
right,
But
and just
then he took it back. He took it back.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Biggie shit. So you know what I'm saying? He just flowing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
right,
I catch him off. You ain't even catching some of the artists is even putting out freestyles or even anything like that anymore. You're not seeing that no more. You know what
right,
I'm saying? The radio stations and stuff is flipping. You know what I'm saying? Look at Hot 97.
yeah,
Prime example. Where Ebro at? He over there with Apple.
right,
With DJ Enough at? You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Where Ness Nitty at? You're not you're not you're not hearing nothing about these, you know what I'm saying, these people no more.
right.
It's crazy because Hot 97 was one of the staples, you know what I'm saying, you know, for hip hop artists to come on and get their song played and build with the DJs and the coordinators of Hot 97, but now it ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Do
crazy.
y'all think? Do y'all think like podcasting kind of and or just the idea and the access to YouTube kind of killed like the talk radio portion? You know how like somebody would go on one of the DJ shows as an artist, maybe they'll freestyle or maybe they'll have a conversation. You and like, oh man, I can't believe he said that. So you tuned in. But now these same artists, they can just jump online and just interact with the people directly. So it kind of take the DJ host out of the mix. So do y'all see like that just changed everything with the internet and how people interact on YouTube and Instagram, or you think it's still a need for that radio personality to bring those artists up?
I mean, you look at it, man. You see how DJ Clue even talked about just the rollout aspect of it all.
Right.
The DJ helped the rollout. The DJ is like, he the friendly one, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just
Look,
how it go. I mean, he the campaigner, man. He the one, putting things together. I mean, you look at DJ Greg Street just did something with the coalition DJs, and they redid the NWA. Everybody had their Jerry curls on and stuff, and he had a room full of DJs there, and Drunken Master was down there promoting his book. It was just, I think, just say for instance, right? If Funk Master Flex had the new Rihanna and Jay-Z song, right? He the first one with it, and he played on his platform. It's just how you set it up, man. I think, and it
Right.
trickles down. It's a trickle effect. Look at how the Clips did they roll out. Was they went to real journalists. They didn't go straight to the podcasters. They went to real journalists, and brought those people back to really get introspective of their project and really listen to it. And I think that was the beauty of it. He didn't Pusha T didn't have everybody asking him about his Drake beef and podcast gossip, bullshit. They
Right.
asked him about, for real production and working in Louis Vuitton office and what was that like to have record in a studio where it's all open and everybody can see you, but just to hear the different you see why the record sold, because it was just so many different perspectives, and they didn't get lazy promoting it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. So basically the radio DJ personality is still important to kind of help an artist promote themselves.
Of course, because at the same time, as you think about it, you can't have a party or nothing without the DJ. The DJ
Right,
creates the whole music scene behind things. So when you when you got a whole slew of people or whatever, they standing around and then you don't hear no music, and it's like what's going on? They playing no music, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got you the DJ is he it's a must that he have to be in that. And to go
right,
back to your other question, go back to your other question. Um, yeah, I think some of the platforms gonna be around, but it's changing. So like how you seeing a lot of these, even the podcasters, they getting deals with Netflix, they getting deals with,
right,
you know what I'm saying, Amazon. So now you seeing the whole thing is changing. Now you about to see YouTube about to get a slew of people now. All these, and you're gonna have different companies that's gonna be like, oh, I like that podcast. Hey, email them. Let's make them a deal.
right,
You know what I'm saying? We can pump up their numbers. And that's nothing. We can pump up their numbers. Oh, they'll go for that deal. Okay, great. Let's set up a meeting. Where do they live? Can they come to this city?
right,
Where we at? You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be seeing a slew of companies that's about to be just like Netflix, Amazon, and a couple of other ones. Peacock. You about to have all these networks that's about to come and get these Joe and Jadas and these different other platforms, even the platforms that's not really in the top 10, but they still gonna have a place.
right.
Look, look,
Yeah, I
look.
think.
Shout out to Big Bro Killer Cam,
Oh
because
yeah,
now look what he has. He has a sports show and he has a talk show, and it's under the same umbrella.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So Netflix, but I mean, even Revolt. I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking for, you know, new podcasts and shows and stuff like that real soon too.
So let me ask you this, because looking at our history as far as I mean, because you hear a lot of people always complain like, oh, they give people like Joe Rogan these deals, but they only give us these type of deals, right? And we heard that in music coming up where like a pop artist or a rock artist would get like a great deal, but the hip hop artist wasn't getting the same type of deals. Do you think early on, because podcasting as a whole for like all the people that's doing it, it's been around, but it's kind of new, right? So in the early stages in hip hop, a lot of people had some bad record deals. Do you think at some point in time in the future, people gonna look back and be like, damn, I had a bad deal on my first Netflix deal? Or do you think that people are just more educated now in this generation to know what to look for?
I mean, I think them trying to find out the intricacy of Charlemagne's deal, you know, they don't you got to see the layout first. I mean, when you see what he was promoting
Right,
under that umbrella, it's like, it's a lot of different variety of nationalities with podcasts. So he don't have a lot of hip hop casts, urban casts in there. He got a variety of people there. I think it's just about taste, man. It's just how you elevate it, man. So you can make some choices, man. We got to look at, how Oprah Winfrey built her stuff, man. Like, what
Yeah,
I'm saying? If we can kind of think that way, this is like cable vision, like Barton Cable, us
right.
having our own space like this. So we can handle it with flair and things like that. I think the sky's the limit. That's what anybody like. you know, Earn Your Leisure and all them different shows and stuff on. You know, it seemed like the world is at their feet.
Right.
You know, just the education aspect and the variations of different people on the shows and things like that. It's just, you know, just building up that option for yourself, man. I think it's either you're gonna get boxed in the corner or you're not. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking along the lines like how early on in music, like when in hip hop in its infancy, like it started out and people had deals, and to those people at the time, the deals were good. But looking back, you know, the business acumen of these people started evolving, and then you got your masterpiece, your J's, your Dame, and but you looking at 20, 30 years later, right? And now these guys are getting into podcasts, and it's kind of like the podcasters now, mostly everybody independent artists, and then they go and sign to a major, right? And we know early on in music, some of the major deals wasn't great. So now we're getting into podcasts. Is the Netflix deals good, or are we just excited that they throwing millions at it? And is this something that we might have to say, okay, let's people need to watch what happened to them first or know how to navigate it? Because I just think we're more intelligent now from a business standpoint as a collective in the hip hop culture to not fall for them same tricks we did in the music, you know, with the record deals.
I think the option of watching, man, now is kind of changing. I think in a minute they're gonna put some restrictions on these things, these
Yeah,
shows. You know, I think in it, like you were just sending me some Diplomat a couple days ago about YouTube changing in a couple years and things.
Yeah,
mhm,
Andrew Tate. Andrew
Yeah,
Tate, he mentioned that he say a lot of the outlets or platforms that we see now, he says basically gonna be decimated. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? He said because he said all of it's gonna change. And basically look what happened to TikTok.
right,
Prime example. All them people that was on TikTok, they left TikTok completely. Now they jumps on a whole nother platform. You know what I'm saying? So this how it goes when you buy something from another country and then y'all don't fix all the kinks and everything, and this is what happens. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So
I could see too some of these deals. I don't know how everybody's deal set up, but I know if I'm on the Netflix side, if I'm buying your podcast, I wouldn't want you being able to show that content anywhere else in its full format unless it's promotional clips only. I could definitely see that happening. So like a lot of people are their shows are no longer going to be on YouTube. I could see Netflix telling people to erase their whole catalog off of YouTube because you over here now. Like we don't want YouTube to get those views
yeah,
anymore, right? So I could see that happening. And as a
well,
business move, I would see that, or Netflix saying, we need y'all to brand all of y'all shows to the point where you're sending that traffic directly to Netflix and you can't record any new material with them.
well, what I think would end up happening first, in order to watch those type of exclusive podcasts and things like that, they're gonna make people pay a premium charge. That's basically what they doing now. So you probably
Right,
can watch a few things that's on Netflix, whatever. But if it's watchable for you to watch, but if you want to watch everything, now you're gonna have to pay a premium charge. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So that's how they're gonna basically do it. So for the have-nots that really don't got none, yeah, you can watch these categories of shows, whatever like that. For the premium people, you get to watch Joe and Jada. You get to watch this, whatever type of podcast. So now they can really monetize on top of that. But they will monetize even more, even with the ads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But so when you watch the movie, it'll be getting good, and then next thing you know,
Yeah.
come eat at Olive Garden. We have we
Yeah.
have a 2 for 15 sale. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. It's gonna be basic cable versus premium cable, right? You only can get certain channels and that type of thing, or the ad free content like Tubi or something like that. I
right.
could see that.
Yeah, that's where I think it's definitely gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Even on Amazon, even on it's like they all gonna do it. You're gonna have your free category. Okay, you just you paying a prescription, but you're not paying the you know
Right.
you're paying that type of subscription, but you paying something. So we'll give you this to watch.
Right.
So how they
Do
gonna break it up?
Do y'all think, and do y'all think by signing to like a major like that, that the like Netflix, for example, will want some creative control, or they're gonna let them? I mean, because again, we've seen it again with anytime you deal with some major label or major brand, they want some input on what you say or do or how creative you can be. Do you think they're gonna do that with the podcast shows?
Yeah, man, there gotta be some restrictions in a minute. I think just getting your name in the hat is kind of everything. Like, I just seen not to cut y'all off, fellas. I just seen a story on Fresco and Miz, right?
Mm-hmm.
A documentary, and Fresco, he won the Worldwide MC Supremacy Award, and
Mm-hmm.
Miz won the DJ Award. So every record label was there. They had a chance to sign with everybody, and then Puffy was there. Everybody had budgets for him. All these different Russell Simmons, these guys. So they decided to go to Tommy Boy Records because it looked it like hip hop was there. You
Right.
know,
Uh,
so you know, and Fresco was like he said everybody was shaking his hands. LL to everybody was he was the man. Boom, boom, boom. So at the end of the day, people like Prince Paul and all these people around that did business with Tommy Boy was like, oh, that wouldn't be wise. I know you like the fact that Queen Latifah and Naughty by Nature and all these boutique artists you like is over there. Kid play that beat and all that stuff, but the wise choice was you finding another platform, another entity that's not filled and flooded with a bunch of artists to compete with release dates and things like that. So he made the wrong choice of going to Tommy Boy because he was caught in the moment, this and that, boom, 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 and it ruined his career. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but the fact of the matter, it's like how long after that rejection, how long are you able to keep it going? You
Right.
know, now these guys, they're working behind the scenes, doing movies and movie scores and things like that, and plays and stuff, but they're not in front of. As soon as that bit of rejection came, with the no release date and music changing and the DJs and the rapper groups is kind of changing because Gangstar took over that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just to see that, like, and you can't shake the music bug. You can't even shake. He shook too many hands in the game. His mom think he the dopest still, and his mom is into that still. But it's just how long you gonna keep lying to yourself? That's what I think it is. Like
Yeah.
like, a lot of guys that persistence, man, is It's everything. It's protecting that persistence, man. They just was caught in a party and things like that, and you know, all the cool rappers is over here, Apache and you know, Naughty and Planet Rock and you know, hip hop, and but
Right.
you know, they watch. He said the money that you know they watch. You know, they give the money they was due. They gave it to all the other artists, but them the worldwide supremacy cats, both of them, Biz and
Right.
Fresco. You know, this is a hell of a story, man, because they got off stage after winning that thing, and it was like record contract, record contract, record contract, record contract. You know what I'm saying? They just everybody had a contract for them, but they just that whole little we hip hop. You know, we got pride. We gonna keep it cool. Our independence, this and that. And they ain't even get a release date. They got an A side and a B side. You know,
Yeah,
it just
we don't play.
that was the shit too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about that, Dip. You know,
Yeah.
Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it you know, you get caught up in a hype, so I think that's kind of the way we seeing with the podcast things. You know, you want to go where the cool kids at, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the business got to be right too.
yeah,
Yeah. That's why I say. That's why I was just saying earlier. A lot. The way how the game is gonna be in a minute, I think it's gonna be a spot for everybody, but it's still gonna be somewhat of competition.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? So it's
right.
like even for the people that don't get a lot of views, whatever, but they do. But I guess it depends on who they're interviewing. So if they interviewing somebody legendary, but they still get love, okay, now you probably did like 100,000 views, 200,000 views, or whatever. And then your next interview you do with another person, he probably got one of the hottest songs out or whatever. Now you ask them a question and get the buzzing, and then they end up picking it off, of a person that, oh, what's this podcast? I ain't never heard of this one. Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, like
So
some people
now,
gonna benefit by being associated with Netflix.
yeah,
And then it's gonna be easier to book artists or guests or do get your quality of your platform because you got that Netflix behind you. So it's like a major record deal.
yeah,
yeah, basically, because they all gonna jump in once they see them numbers, and you know, every company they're gonna jump in. That's
Right.
what is gonna end up happening.
Because
Like,
if I'm a record label, there's no way if I'm trying to break an artist and I see a music podcast, I'm not going to want to send my artist to Netflix, right? So think about this, especially if they're doing a Netflix special or it's a comedian or something. All of those people are going to run through those podcasts for their promo, right? So you think about that. So if I'm a comedian, my next Netflix special, I'm gonna go do the podcast shows for promo, right? This is why you should watch my special, and bring the shock value and all of that to those podcasts. Now you got a whole different audience that probably wasn't even checking for your special.
man. It's just like Fat Joe was asking Jada Kiss is like, dog, you want to sell your catalog? I know the people who can help you out. You know, either you want to wait till you gone and not see the money. You've been working hard. You gone and let your family fuck it up or whatever, or you want to enjoy some of it now and still build and you know and listening to Fat Joe making logic of it and how the label's holding up Jada Kiss now and this and that. Boom, you know, man, it makes so much sense. You know what I'm saying? And the way how our legends is 50 and 60 years old. You know, all the real rap legends, hey,
Yeah,
you know, and he was like, dog, enjoy some of that, dog. You've been working hard. You know, I see how them guys been touring for so long and now they were able to travel. and they, just getting back in that kid mode. I mean, they go tour somewhere and be there for a night or two, and they in Barbados and they weren't able to see the place, and you know what I'm saying? There's so much of that with those artists. So I think it's time for them to enjoy it. I mean, I want to see EPMD sign a deal for $2,000, man. I would love to see them go off and say, Eric, say he done sold the catalog for, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Uh,
so it's two sides to that. So, because I seen T-Pain and he was mentioning how much he sold his catalog for, right? And then they worked out a deal for like any new material that he put out. And to get that type of money, because he was saying it would take him, I think, like 10 or 20 years or something. I forgot the number to make that type of money off of his catalog. And he like, I can have that right now. So I get that for each its own, but I was watching Jason Black and he was talking about, everybody talk about generational wealth and legacy, right? So his spin on it was like, yeah, you sell your catalog and you get all this money now. Maybe you can leave some to your kids. Some people gonna blow through it or whatever the case may be. But the bigger picture is will that be the end? Will that help erase our history? So, like
Mm.
for example, when they own the rights to that music, let's say 40 years from now, and they have a new artist sing that same song, right? They don't even have to mention that you were the original. So they could whiteface all of this music that we created that they
yeah,
brought 50, 40 years ago. Now their grandchildren is up here saying, nah, 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 nah. You know what I'm saying? And now them kids for the next 50 to 100 years think that's their music because they don't have to mention who the original creators were or none of that because the catalogs are brought out. So we have to look at it from both. Are we also selling our history, right? Because the next generation, because for example, it's Martin Luther King speeches they never really play or release or we don't know about. And then when you read up on it, you like, oh, this is a whole different Martin Luther King than the I Had a Dream speech Martin Luther King, right? So if somebody else owns that material, how would it look for our culture 50 years, 60 years down the line? And this is how other cultures get ahead because they're thinking 100 years down the line, right? That money, it's a lot of money now, but for the grand scheme of things, it's probably not. You know what I'm saying? If you can erase somebody's whole history.
But at a time, we at a time where people don't want to pay dues anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
This is at an all-time rate. It's like how do you stay motivated when it's everything is it gotta be so fast food. Like this just
Right.
how it is. It's like, you know, um, there has to be satisfaction. Nobody, the sweat equity is gone. The robots is coming in now.
Yeah.
So it's just that's the thing. Just even keeping a brand going, what we doing is this, it take a lot, you know. You see those podcasters who got successful saying, let's see how many of y'all upcoming podcasters gonna make it. That shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
That shit, it motivates me. But a lot of people, it's like, oh, we can't keep pulling rabbits out the hat. Some people just feel doomed.
Yeah.
So, you know, I, I look at a lot of that stuff. A lot of them guys are saying, "Damn, I don't want to get on the airplane anymore. I don't want to scratch and scrape anymore. I really don't want to keep paying dues. I don't want to keep tap dancing for my friends and people. And let me get off this coon ass shit for a minute."
Yeah.
That's the realest shit ever, man. It's a lot of tap dancing. Well, like all my friends be like, "Fuck that nigga," and you got to be the one to say don't. And you
Right.
doing that. entertaining and this and that. You know, everybody got this defense up. So at some time, at some point, you say, "Damn, I need real life break too." But hey, man, I salute people who really can think that long term, because every day it's like you're getting hazed half the time.
Right.
I
Yeah.
salute people who fight the hazement, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, because that shit is, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Hey, dog, how can I sustain this stuff?" And keep calling and doing and being and going. And, you know, let me submit and get my check on Friday and call this shit a day. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Oh,
Hey, you had
the coochie get
speaking
better, everything else.
speaking of that, you was asking if rappers retire, right?
Uh-huh.
What's your thoughts on that as far as like rappers, like, do they really just retire, or is it just that they're not in demand no more? Because when you retire, you voluntarily do that, but some people ain't working because the work ain't available to them.
That's one thing Too Short said, man. He said, "Man, I was 30 years old saying I'm just getting it. This is my last album." He said, "Man, that was the worst shit I ever said." That's the first shit I
Right.
did. He said he'd be at the store and people be like, "Dog, man, you was out cold back in the day, dog." And, you know, they talking to him like, you know, it's over for him. You know,
Right.
it looked like a sexy branding strategy for him, but he was like, "Dog, I made a lot of money, but that was a gift and a curse." It just, you know what, I look at that, man, and I see people like when Biz Markie got sued, and you know, they try to strip him of everything, and then we didn't know he was over there overseas doing the cartoons and the
Mhm.
Yafu Dafu, whatever that stuff was. You know, making toys for kids, and now he DJing, and you know, that hit from that lawsuit. Just watching him transition. I had the chance to see him in a DJ one time in Atlanta, and I just was just sitting there like, damn, this Biz Mark, he brand new DJing, and he really trying to DJ, and
Right.
you know, they'll try to stand up comedy, but I think protecting a brand is everything. Just looking at uh, once you can protect it like a real career move, a real job atmosphere for yourself. It just like Dip went to go see Slick Rick,
Oh
and
yeah,
they were pulling out the 8x10s of the old him and Dougie Fresh 8x10s and pictures they was autographing. These guys, and Dougie Fresh up in age, that's Slick Rick, but
hey,
you know, them
Doug,
niggas, they young as us. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? Hey,
look,
Dougie come in the house, he jogging at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6, 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? He at the
So
gym.
so is it that they might retire from actually rapping, but they don't necessarily retire from the entertainment industry? Is that what you think is
No, I,
more
no, I think they just don't put the word stop in their head when it comes to that stuff. I think it's
yeah.
the money is there for them if they just step into they networks. I think
Right.
a lot of them they put stop on them. You know, it's just like it's a good thing to see EST back out again. You know,
Right.
EST followed me on Instagram, but Cash Money had brought him out. And, you know, these guys, man, they may had a small record deal back in the days, but they made these labels millions and millions of dollars. But I think even with our culture, I think we push that defeat button so quickly. So we
Right.
don't have anniversary parties of these guys' albums or celebrate birthdays of these legends and have award shows and stuff. I think you know, that's been our weakness. I don't know if Motown, the influence of Motown being so big, and then it come back to hip hop and we trying to figure it out. But You know, just seeing that, man, like everything is legendary, man, in New York when it comes to their culture, man. It's like, you know, the Beat Street, the anniversary, and all the graphic artists and Helvin go out there. Our homeboy Helvin go out there and get all these guys, graphic graffiti artists, man. They 80 years old, still tagging,
Right.
70 years old, and
Still
still
tagging.
they
To
still got that youthfulness in them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
like the last 2 years we went. It's this graffiti. It be this graffiti event, and it be at the park and right in Harlem, like around the east side. And they, you know, they had it year before last, and they had it last year. And you see some some dope graffiti artists. They come through. They do the artwork around in the community and stuff like that, murals and things of that nature and whatever. And they still nice with it, man. My boy Helvin, he keep a black book. It's about like it's thick. It's almost full. He about to go to the next black book. So
Right.
he got all these people that do, that's like writers, and they just, they put their tag in the book, and he'll turn around and repost it or something like that. And all the graffiti artists, they be like, "Oh, bro, that's my man. Oh yeah, oh, you ran to him. Oh, that's my man, dog.
Yeah.
And this is crazy." So, that's my boy Helvin. That's one of his passions that he like to
Shout out to
basically.
Helvin, the
Shout
collector.
out to my boy Helly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Collector 42. Love
yeah.
baseball. He's a Yankees head. Yeah,
You know, my problem with people saying retire, right? So like I get it, like it's certain industries or whether it's like sports or entertainment, your
mm,
body only gonna allow you to do so much, right? But
yeah,
there's a stigma behind like artists, especially like hip hop artists. When you get a certain age, people be like, "Oh, you still doing that? Like you should have did better with your money or this and that." But my question is like, who's to say they're doing it for the money? Like they might be all right financially. Now they're to a point in their life where they're just doing it for the love, and they just so happen to get a few coins in the middle of, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of doing it. But it's like a stigma, like, oh, you should have retired by now, or you should be. And we look at other people like you look at speakers like Tony Robbins or somebody, he probably gonna be speaking for the rest of his life, right? And the idea of retirement is kind of like a 20th century concept. Like people didn't retire back in the days, they worked sun up, sun down. You know what I'm saying? When they have farms and all of that. Retirement is something kind of new, a generation or two old. People didn't retire. You know, you
right.
worked, you made a bunch of money, you did what you could do to survive and until you can just work for fun and do what you like for fun. But I just think hip hop has different stigmas around the age of what you can do or what you should be doing at a
Well, I
certain
think
age.
too. I don't think we educate ourselves with enough money to I mean, enough to respect residual money or
Right,
to even think long term. I think we be so in the blood and guts of the game, socialize and people pleasing and things like that. You don't get a chance to really look at, you know, how your ASCAP can help you with your health insurance and things like that. And a
right,
lot of things in the game, so much just come at you. You don't really get a chance to respect the education part of it all to help you long term. Like, and we see that so much in the game, man. It's a hamster wheel sometimes where you don't really get a chance to really stop and embrace, what's in front of us, man. Like
right.
every day, every day doing hip hop sometimes can feel like a waste because it's never enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's never enough. Like I got from you know, I can remind people I'm hours behind, and or or my wife is sick, or I don't have time for it now. This and that. It's never enough. It's like a sometimes it's a magical thing that people play with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
It seems like they call you more when you say, "Hey, it's fucked up at my house. Can I talk to you in a minute?" Now they done DM'd you something. You know, when you get off the cell phone, they done DM'd you something.
Right.
You know, they see you on live, and now they want to. You just said it's fucked up, and now they see you the light on in your Instagram page. They think you want to still talk.
Right.
It's a hell of a game, bro.
Or
I
they
mean,
see you make a couple posts back to back, not knowing you had scheduled them posts 2 weeks ago, and
man, it's crazy,
they
man.
just popped up.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Then when you don't have, it's like you supposed to be the man, nigga. What happened? You know that people
Yeah.
wait to look at you this close and on everything you doing. So it's a hell of a spiritual game, bro. It's a spirit game we in, spirit business. This shit is music
You
business is something different.
you know what's funny? I probably mentioned this before, but it's funny the stigmas the music industry as fans and the industry has towards certain people like one hit wonders. And I'll be telling people like, first of all, there's a lot of artists out here that never had a hit, period, right? But a one hit wonder is still better off than probably 80 to 90% of the artists. And if you had like big one hit, you probably still eating off of that if your paperwork was right for years and years later. Because it's songs, dog, I'll be hearing, I'll be like, damn, this came out in the 80s and your kids know this song. And it plays at every club in Miami or every top 40 pop.
Let's use we'll use a R&B artist. We'll say Montel Jordan,
Right.
right?
This is how we do it, right? So,
Till this day, I heard his song in what, maybe two commercials, maybe a couple months ago. You
right,
know what I'm saying? Because now is, I mean, regardless of the fact, like you said, he always artists, once they make a big successful hit, 20 years down the line, 30, 40 years down the line, now their songs are still being played in advertisements and commercials and stuff like
right,
that. So when you said that, the first I thought about Montel Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I mean,
Still
that's
to
Slick Rick right there, though. Slick.
yeah,
That's why Slick Rick's still moving around. It's that's children's story sample, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you think about that, man. It's like when we talk about retirement or one hit wonders and all that, it's all these stigmas around people. But I mean, financially, people be doing pretty good, man. I mean, we hear the bad stories, but some of the stigmas we put on people because of their situation or they didn't achieve certain stuff or they're still doing certain things, that don't mean they're not doing well, you know.
right.
I mean, they put retirement on us in hip hop. Maybe they probably put that on us about 25 years ago already. So
Yeah,
and I seen that coming like at a rapid rate. So it's like when your home see you bullshit with it, it make it double harder.
right,
You know. So that's what motivated me to mess with the D12s and the Obi Trices and the OD James and things like that because I see them actually getting out and putting that sweat equity in and making rounds and shaking hands and really caring about the investment
right,
because it's a stigma on us. After we got out of high school, we still doing rap music. It was like, the fuck y'all doing? Y'all ain't Ford or Chrysler.
right,
You ain't rolling on the side or something. You know what I'm saying? That shit is real, man. It just keeping that defense and that offense up because you want to play offense, but it's that defense, man. Because people play you like like they with it, but they play you on some. dummy mission with this shit at an all-time high with it. You know,
Right.
Right.
I salute good people that really care about the creation, bro. That's just what it is. I sit here now, just earlier today, talking to people from overseas and stuff, asking me, about me working with D-Rad and me and D-Rad, we got caught up in a raid on our birthdays. We got the same birthdays around the same time. But these kids overseas asking me this stuff like D-Rap been dead for 10 years or something, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
but they talk about how dope he was and this and that, and and he didn't even see that before he checked out. He didn't even feel that. He didn't. These kids overseas been wanting to get his ghost town jackets and everything, but it's amazing just to hear that Jazzy Jeff talk about him DJing in Korea, and the owner of the bar said, "Don't play no new music." He said he walked in the bar and there was two kids had Dilla shirts on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And just hearing the sacrifice and just seeing Dilla's sacrifice he made, like we are designed not to benefit off the fruits of our labor because we so institutionalized on not really seeing shit through. We just give it away or let corporate America, take it or let it die in a storage. I mean, I know a lot of cats that just lost their shit in storage and it just broke their heart.
Man, all the stories we heard about their basement flooded, all their catalog was down there, equipment. How many unreleased Dilla songs they had or collabs they had with
I just
different
made
people.
this shirt, y'all. What y'all think, bro?
Oh yeah, Pay J.
Yeah,
That's dope with the donuts on it.
this is my drawing, man.
Yeah.
What?
It's
Yeah,
about to be Dilla Day here in a minute
yeah.
coming up.
20
Yeah.
years since JD died, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been getting. You got Branson a copy of the DVD, didn't you? The J Dilla DVD, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave him that, and I gave him the good dope cell itself. Yeah.
Hey, Reg, what you know about this?
Oh man, pick up the pieces. The serious women just sweat I'm a naked rookie. But to me, young lady, you just a practice.
Hey, I know Barca, man. Y'all get here, Barca. The Audio 2 produced this, man. Shout
Hey,
out,
if y'all wasn't hip to
That's
Barsha,
like a
man, I think
brand
because he was
new
on Cold
yeah,
Chilling,
where
right?
you get that from? That's like that's brand new. That's strictly out the rock. You don't see a crack. You don't see no
no,
smudge.
it's a strength rap on it, man.
Uh,
This not Cold Chilling. This like they reissued this Reg or something, bro.
Oh, for real? I thought he was on Cold Chilling. I'm gonna have to look it up. But
Barca,
like,
man.
it was a couple rappers. Like, I mean, Granddaddy IU, of course, get his props, but Barsha was one of them people. I think the timing was just not there because rap was transitioning and there was more rappers out. But lyrically, man, he was that dude. But it was just rap
Mhm.
was just starting to change so rapid. Then you had the West Coast and the South, like so much was going on.
Mhm.
Mm. He one of the two rappers I say just got caught up in the high is Threat on the West Coast and Barsha on the East Coast. I think just had the it factor, just couldn't come together quick enough. I don't know if the labels, the team, or what. It was just a lot going on at that time.
mm,
Yeah, shout out to Threat too, man. That's our guy right there, Threat.
Yep.
Hey, 6 Mile Globetrotter, man. We appreciate you traveling and doing what you do, man, promoting the brand. You know how you do, you know what I'm saying? And y'all go to the YouTube channel and y'all see, all diplomats travels, man, and throughout New York and moving around with Jim Jones and Rhapsody and a lot of cats on there, man. Y'all
yeah.
subscribe
Hey,
to the
we
channel.
Conway.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? De La Soul.
LL Cool J. Man, you met a lot of people, man.
Big, yeah, LL Cool J, Big Sean.
Yeah, we gonna have to make you a segment called Globetrotting. We're gonna have to get on some planes and globetrot around the world with you. I be
Hey,
like, man, he be running to all the celebrities. And I'm like, is that Gary Vaynerchuk?
hey, remember, dude used to go travel the world and eat the strange food and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, what
yeah.
happened to dude, man?
I don't know what happened to him.
Hey, I was telling Butter one time, I was like, man, if you was promoting an artist, like an upcoming artist, like some artists be introverts, right? Or they
Mm-hmm,
just be too cool to, what I'm saying, their ego be in the way. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
man, all label got to do is put you with an artist and be like, you just be like, come with me. he go end up knowing everybody, networking.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
it's a large pipeline, man. It's like, you know, you gotta basically like know who's who. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like, it's like, oh yeah, oh over there, oh that's Cardi B manager. Like, uh, oh yeah, you know. So and they just be like regular people, just like
He called me
Right.
when he met Cardi B. He was just his mind was blown.
That's crazy.
That's what's up, man. Hey man,
so
who y'all want to see come out? OGs to drop an album this year, man. I know you probably say with Cam and Mace or something. What you think, huh?
you said so far as OGs to come out.
This year, yeah.
We gotta define OGs because
Yeah,
a
we talking
couple
about
generations.
you talking about 90s. You talking about 80s.
We
Well,
talking
no,
Cool Mo Deal, we talking Treach.
no. I
Or we
mean,
talking G. You
both.
know what I'm saying?
Fresh just came with a new album.
Yeah, solo project.
Yeah, he came. He just dropped it. He just I say what a month ago, maybe a month
Okay.
and a half ago.
Shout out to Trash.
Yeah, shout out to Treach, Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just dropped a new project.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
Who
just
you want
dropped
to
it.
hear, Rez?
Um OG that I want to hear from, man, I can't think of nobody because all the people we talked about, like all the mass appeal people, um, I can't think right now who I still want to hear come back and make a comeback. Most of the artists that I consider OGs that can really still spit, they still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know who I do want to hear like a solid project from with some newer, if he can get like if he can get in his bag like Nas did with Premier or something like that, would be Big Daddy Kane. I think it's still something in him. Because he got the performance aspect where I would want to go see him on tour or at a show with some new music. But I think after about his third or fourth album, it was just a disconnect with like the production and the change. I think he still got something there.
Mm.
You know, from that era, I think he still got it, and Rakim. But then we talk about the '90s. It's somebody I just can't. Oh, King T.
Mm.
King T.
Woo.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. But you got my tape collection or something, boy?
Yeah. Who
Hey,
you
oh, go ahead.
who you say, Dip?
um, um, damn man, shit.
I got my two right here, man.
You know who got a banger right now?
Go ahead and show. What's your two, brother?
Yeah, Sean.
Who you about to say got a banger?
Y'all heard Juvenile, that BBB song?
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's certain people like I consider OGs like that late
Yeah, I
90s,
can
and
see
they
that
still
happening.
doing it. They surprising me with some stuff.
Well, Jewel came out what 99899
Yeah, 9798.
9798, right?
Yeah, before they hit like the national, they was already doing their regional stuff like underground. But yeah, 97, 98 is when you start hearing
So
like Han and all that on the radio.
okay, so P and them came out before them, right?
Yep.
So P and them been in the game since when? 90, 96,
Yeah,
99.
95, 96 when I started hearing them. Like
Yeah.
before they broke out into the nationals when I started hearing them, unless I went down south. But you know,
Mm, yeah,
Man,
no,
this who I want to hear, man. I want to hear these boys come back again.
oh yeah,
Low
yeah.
the
profile.
original. Ain't
Yeah,
Oh,
nothing going on but a funky song.
low profile, man. Aladdin and WC, they need to come do another, do another project, man.
Yeah.
uh,
I want to see
They gotta bring Donald D.
mm, say
Donald D.
FBI.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, we got to see Ann Banks to come back out again.
Oh yeah, and Banks.
Hey, Ann Banks,
Dangerous crew.
yeah, Ann Banks, come on back out, Ann Banks.
Um, okay, I'll do it like this. So far as for the West Coast, I like to see you know, I like to see like Butch Cassidy and all them kind of merge back together. You know what I'm saying? Like them G Funk OGs, you know what I'm saying? I like to
Yeah.
see them back together. East Coast, Special K, he was cool.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I would say Pun, but he ain't here. Shit, man. I would definitely would like to hear from Jada. I think it's long overdue.
Mm.
Fab is long overdue. Um, you miss people like Camp Low. Um, you know, you know what I'm saying. You missed out like
Yeah,
them.
kind.
You know what I'm saying. The real New York OGs. I was putting it down. You know what I'm
I want to
Yeah,
hear Brother J over some Battle Cat beats.
I can
saying.
see that.
Funky. Brother J
You
and Battle Cat.
you know
Hey,
who I think can make a decent mark right now? Is Grand Pooba.
mm,
You know, I think you can do something. I mean, it's still you gotta still want to do it, but it's certain people that just they had a style back then that seemed like it was ahead of its time, and it don't. You know what I'm saying? It just never go out of style.
get them
Mm,
back on the fashion runway and stuff, man. Got to get Grand Pooba up in
Yeah,
the Louis Vuitton and stuff, man. Let him get some of that money like he did Tommy Hilfiger.
right.
and Tommy Hilfiger, they still out here.
Yeah.
Remember Wu Tang just did something with the Hilfiger family
Mm.
what, 2 years ago.
Okay.
I mean, 2 years ago. Tommy and his son Andy Hilfiger and all of them. They still moving around
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
got a lot of hip hop.
Yeah,
Put some
yeah,
money in their project.
hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man, thanks again, y'all, for y'all time, man. Diplomat
Shout
keep
out.
globe trotting, you know.
I already know. You already know.
Oh, 6 Mile globe trotter right there.
6 Mile Globe Trotter.
That's dope.
Hey, y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Thanks again. 2026. We got some big interviews coming. You know, shout out to Ron Mo Visions. Man, shout out to man Detroit, the whole globe, Highland Park, you know, NYC, Trips and Slim, Go Donuts. We see y'all.
Yep. Shout out to Go Donuts. They got
Yep.
a new event coming up with a company, I guess, you know what I'm saying, with a restaurant. I think they, like a Chinese restaurant. So I guess they trying to basically, you know, do more
Do a
co-business.
collab.
Yeah. So
That's
they
dope.
doing some shit like that. Yeah, they, and it's Go Donuts everything, as Uncle Dougie said. It's Go Donuts. You
Man,
know what I'm
and shout out to Floyd Mayweather and his grandson, man. It's dope to see them, they chemistry on camera like that, man. It's dope for Michigan to be moving like that, man. I like the way grandson know how to do a left hook already, man. At 0 years old, you know? Dope.
saying? 2 years old.
Getting getting him ready for school. Tighten up, y'all, man. Tighten up.
Yeah.
All right. All right, y'all. Funky Fresh, and we out.
Peace, y'all.
All right.